welcome any and all viewers from Japan that are tuning in to watch curling here in Sapporo, Saskatchewan. The S3 Series event. Team Watling starting off with the hammer in this first end. Slips in a little deep with that rock, giving Team Watling an out here to make a little hit and roll and potentially use that corner guard up there. Team Watling from Manitoba, definitely one of the up-and-coming top teams out of Manitoba. They came in seeded as one of the higher seeds in this event, along with Team Yoshimura from Japan. So we're certainly in for a treat this game here. Again, I'd like to welcome any viewers from Japan that are tuning in to cheer on one of your country's top teams. Watling looking for a little hit and roll here. Yoshimura looking for the nose hit here. Lying to and hoping to force here in the first end. Team Watling makes the double there. And if you can't make the roll, the double's a great option. It does keep the blank alive for Team Watling here in the first end. We've been treated to some excellent ice here in Swift Current. The ice makers have been hard at it to bring a great playing surface to all these top teams, which is really nice because it's very conducive to high quality shot making, which in turn is a privilege for us viewers to tune in and watch. So Team Watling with the hammer here. I think you're going to see them get quite aggressive at making that hit and roll behind the corner. These seem like pretty routine shots, but they're definitely small room of margin for error. If you get too aggressive and you hit and roll out, that leaves the other team an open draw to come around that corner, and ultimately will have you forced to one. But if you don't make the roll, the other team has the opportunity to make that roll and force you to one as well. Little bit of an audible called by Team Watling, rolling away from that corner guard just to make Team Yoshimura's shot a little tougher. We've been treated so far to an excellent event here in Swift Current, with some great curling and great camaraderie by all the teams. Looking for a big hit and roll. Yoshimura hits it a little bit thin, and it'll be a throw through for the blank. This was always one of my favorite shots, the throw through, because it really helped my team percentages, individual percentages, I should say. Not too often you miss these ones. With that, we'll have us a blank end to start this game off here in Swift Current in this B-qualifier action. Welcome back here to the start of the second end. This B-qualifier matchup between Team Yoshimura from Japan and Team Watling out of Manitoba. Watling with the blank in the first end. The center guard goes up. I'm sure we're in for some action here. We have 6 games out on the ice here this morning. A couple B-qualifier matchups. 3 B-qualifier matchups. To be exact, 3 women's B-qualifier matchups. So big games across the sheets here this morning. On sheet 2, we have Kelly Knapp out of Regina versus Jung from Korea. Sherry Anderson, two-time Canadian and world senior women's champion, are in a heater with Ashley Howard out of Regina. Sheet 4, we have Constantini from Italy. Y'all might remember the skip. Olympic bronze medalist in the mixed doubles. Versus Jonna Tisdale from Regina. Sheet 5, we have Ryland junior provincial champions out of Saskatchewan. They're making a big jump onto the men's scene. Versus Jason Jacobson from Saskatoon. And way out in the corner on sheet 6, you have Ben Gamble from Regina versus Jesse St. John. Again, all B qualifier mashups out on the ice this morning. Watling's wasting no time. She wants to utilize this center guard. Attempting to wrap a couple. So we have about 4 feet of curl out here on the ice, which is definitely plenty to wrap around any type of guard. Long, short, plenty of curl. The ice has just been magnificent. Yoshimura asking her second to just gently tap these red rocks back. Would like to give a big thank you to S3 Group here in Swift Current. They jumped on board as the title sponsor of the Swift Current Curling Club. They're a manufacturing company here with several different divisions, including S3 Brandworks, S3 Air Systems, S3 Delta Heroes, S3 Air Bar, an agricultural company right here, local in Swift Current, and we're very thankful to have them on board supporting the Swift Current Curling Club this season. Watling came up a little late on their draw attempt, and definitely with the swing out here, this red rock is definitely accessible. Looking for a quiet weight tap back here. Great shot, and Team Japan does the trick, pushing that red rock into the open. Ideally, I think they were looking for a little more curl. Would have been nice to keep their shooter right in front of their yellow. The way those yellows are lined up, there's not really a double here or a way to get rid of both yellows. Team Watling looking for a bit of a hit and roll, but she looks like Jam City. Peanut, butter, and jam. Those yellows were kind of laid up to do just exactly that. Bigger opportunity for Team Yoshimura to put some heat on this young crew out of Manitoba. Looking for the outturn draw to the top of the forefoot. Excellent shot by the third from Team Yoshimura. You couldn't have walked down and set that rock in a better place. Team Watling finding themselves in a bit of trouble now. And when you're in trouble, she's time to bail. Looking for the peel here, but I'm quite certain if she could hit it thick back onto their red, that would be the best case scenario. Yoshimura has some options here. They can throw up the high center guard, or they can come right in. Depending how much heat you want to put on your opposition. You tuck a piece and come into the top 12 foot. That's a great shot. But also replacing that guard keeps you in full control. Looks a little heavy here. So they're calling plan B, which has come right into the rings to the top 12, top 8. And as far as plan Bs go, that one worked out absolutely perfect. Team Japan line 4 here in the second end without hammer. And Watling is in bailout mode. Looking for a peel, but hoping to get the run back. Just off nose, should make a few yellows splash. Down to the skip stones. Yoshimura line 3 here in the second end. And I think if they could replace that shot right to the top 12 foot, they'll be happy with the situation they're in. Excellent. Team Watling here is finding themselves in a bit of heat. Game plan slightly changing here to just score here in the even end. Hoping to splash a few yards. That's a great shot because that rock on the top of the 4-foot is really causing them trouble. Unfortunately, it leaves yellow still line 3. And they're able to wrap one, put one right back to that top 4-foot, making it real tough for Team Watling to score. Top 4-foot, even tickling the button. Would be a great shot here for Team Yoshimura from Japan. Brushers were on that pillar to post. Got it into the top 8-foot. Although it would be nice to steal here, the team out of Japan would be very happy if they forced a single. Took control of that hammer. This is by no means an easy shot for the skipper, for Team Watling. Going way out into the weeds, drawing against 4. He does have backing here. Excellent shot by the skipper for 1 point. And take an early lead, 1-0, through 2 ends of play in this B qualifier action.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome back here as we kick off the third end at the S3 Group Curling Stadium Series event here in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, Canada. We are quite excited to welcome 16 women's teams and 16 men's teams from all across Canada and ultimately the world, as we have teams from Korea, Japan, Italy, all competing in this event. So many of these international teams arrived here in Swift Current early in October because Swift Current is hosting a couple great events for these teams, with this S3 group being a bit of a warm-up for the first ever RBC Dominion Securities Showdown taking place on October 13th to 16th, right here in our curling club, with a $45,000 purse. It is shaping up to be an excellent event, with Team Kim out of Korea, the 2018 Olympic silver medalist, three-time world champion Silvana Tirinzoni, Olympic bronze medalist Skip Constantini from Italy. We have the up-and-coming team from Sweden, Team Rana, along with top teams from Japan, Scotland, Germany, shaping up to be one of the largest international curling events in Canada. And Swift Current is very excited to welcome these teams. And they're certainly going to put on a great show for us. And you don't have to miss a single shot. Curling Stadium will be live streaming 100% of every single game, every single rock thrown throughout the event. And you can find that on Curling Zone, CBC Sports, the Swift Current Curling Club YouTube channel. Tune in and watch some great shot making as all these top teams from around the world come to Swift Current. Looking to hit the red there, but with excellent weight control. Team Japan was able to split their yellow rocks and make them both very usable stones. Doing some scoreboard watching here for you. Team Ben Gamble is up 2-1 on Jesse St. John. Team Kleider is up 3-1 over Team Jacobson. Constantini from Italy is up 2-1 over Jana Tisdale. Kelly Knapp up 2-0 over Zhang from Korea. And Sherry Anderson finds herself down 2-0 after 2 ends of play. Again, all B qualifiers out here on the ice. And in our featured game, with a blank in the first and a single in the second, Team Watling from Manitoba is up 1-0 through 2 ends of play. What a treat us viewers have to be able to tune in and watch all this live streaming action right inside the Swift Current Curling Club. Swift Current partnered with Curling Stadium last season, and they installed over 24 high-definition pan-tilt zoom cameras into their facility in order to bring you, the viewers, all the action and all the shots from all the events inside this curling club. Jerry Gertz with Curling Zone, James Gordon, John Benton, Rory McCusker, and the great big team with this curling stadium producing these games and bringing you all the action from right inside the curling club. Japan looking for a quiet way run back here. The goal here would be to have 2 yellows in the rings to 1 cherry by the time this shot's done. Great shot by the Japanese second. Again, welcome all our viewers in Japan. It must be supper time for you folks out that direction. Here in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, we're all just rolling out of bed with a warm coffee. That was a tough little hole to navigate. The teams both exchanging rocks here. Watling wanting 2 cherries to 1 lemon. And Team Yoshimura hoping for 2 lemons to 1 cherry. They often call curling a chess game on ice. Strategically making your shots with a specific outcome in mind every single end. A great shot by the Japanese third, but ideally, if she could have lost both reds, that would have been the best case scenario. Red line shot rock on the side of the forefoot. Pillar to post, the gals are on this one, hoping to stick the shooter. And it looks like it slips just a little bit too far, giving Team Yoshimura a chance to hit line 2 with the hammer here in the third end. Looking for a little hit and flop to the wing. She executes perfectly. Line 2 here with hammer. Down 1 in the third end. Neat little story here. Team Yoshimura arrived in Swift Current a couple days early for this event. And they got a tour of the local fire hall here in Swift Current. The firefighters had them doing the dummy drag, the Kaiser hit, the tower climb, the rope pull. And surprisingly, these are very fit athletes, as they were showing those firefighters a thing or two. The hospitality here by the Swift Current Host Committee has been excellent. They've had these curlers out on the local golf courses, tours of local buildings throughout the city, including doing the fire combat challenge down at the fire hall. Southwest Saskatchewan offering up some great hospitality to all these international athletes that have ascended here into our city. So I believe Yoshimura is looking for a nose hit here. If you do happen to roll behind the guard, it just makes the area for Watling to hit and roll off the other yellow easier. So I think ideally if they could hit and roll to the wing, that would be their best opportunity at scoring a deuce. Pillar to post, those sweepers swept that one with a nose hit. And ultimately a very good shot. Watling has a little bit of a wall there to roll behind. But this is by no means an easy shot. Watling makes a little bit of a flop, but not enough to get behind cover, leaving the team from Japan a wide open hit for 2 here in the third end. Last rock to come here, the curling zone, curling stadium, live streaming action here in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Looking for the hit and stick, and she'll do just that. And it's a score of 2 for Team Japan over Team Watling to take a 2-1 lead after 3 ends of play. Welcome back, dear viewers, as we kick off the 4th end in this B qualifier action. Team Watling out of Manitoba versus Team Yoshimura from Japan. Japan with a 2-1 lead through 3 ends of play. I'd like to welcome all our viewers from Japan. Not sure the time zone difference, but I'm sure it's getting close to the evening on a weekend in Japan. So to that, I say raise your glass and kumpai. Cheers to all the viewers tuning. Okay, my production team just says it's 12:44 a.m. in Japan. Regardless of what time it is, kumpai! Cheers! Let's have a drink together. Domo arigato for tuning in on this live stream, watching one of the top teams out of Japan battle it out here in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Curling Stadium is also producing a live stream event from Leduc, Alberta. There's a major junior curling event going on this weekend, and they're bringing you all the live coverage. Every sheet, every rock, every game. You can catch it live on the Curling Stadium platform. Right from the comfy of your own couch. Center guard goes up, and a couple nice draws and freezes here. Get some rocks in play. The spectators here in the curling club are laughing at your announcer as I have flip-flops on. It is plus 25 degrees Celsius today here. What great climate we live in, where we can be on the ice curling, great winter sport, as well as be on the golf course. Great summer sport. Watling throwing a little bit of weight at this shot, looking for a hit and roll underneath the guard. Curls up a little too much. Tickles that front guard. Team Yoshimura looking for hopefully a force here in this thing. And they're sitting in great position. Their yellow rock at the top of the button is going nowhere with that red one at the back of the button. So they're electing just to throw up a center guard as they like the situation, the way this end's shaping up. curling stadium has installed cameras in several locations throughout Canada and the world, with Martinsville, Saskatchewan and Swift Current, Saskatchewan being two of the clubs here in kind of central Canada with the infrastructure to be able to bring you all the live action for all the event. So Team Watling was just wanting to juggle things around a bit. The way it was set up, it was looking like it was going to be very difficult to score more than just one. So wanting to juggle things up a bit. But that leaves Team Yoshimura lying one on the button, fully guarded, and yellow throwing. The Japanese gathering around to have a little bit of a discussion on this one. Very important shot. Gives me an excellent opportunity to throw a shout out to the greatest ice makers in Canada. Jason Broughton is the head ice technician here in Swift Current. Him and his team work tirelessly to bring these athletes pristine curling conditions, which ultimately results as a treat for us viewers because it's conducive to high quality shot making. Couple curling legends upstairs in the bar here watching the action. You got Brian McCusker, who has competed in Briars in the past. Another legend many of you have heard of, Russ Howard, who is coaching Team Ashley Howard, is tuned in watching his daughter play their B qualifier matchup. Once again in the home end, Watling finds himself in a bit of trouble. Japan line one, all buried. I'm gonna need some grenade to get this granite moving. Watling looking to clear some of those guards out of the way. They need to find a way to get access to that shot rock on the top of the button. She's able to clear two yellows out of the way. That leaves her shooter up there. Team Yoshimura is going to replace the guard as they're quite comfortable lying shot rock on top of the button. Center guard goes back up. Watling trying to bail out here. Needs to blast those guards. I think if you hit these guards just right, there's a chance you could splash all three of them. This is going to have some steam behind it. The Watling third gets rid of 2 guards. Slightly opens things up. Looking across the sheets, doing some scoreboard watching. Team St. John is up 4-2 over Ben Gamble. Jason Jacobson and Rylan Kleider are tied at 3 apiece. Kelly Knapp and Jung from Korea are tied 2-2. Those are your B qualifier matchups. Team Constantini from Italy up 3-1 over Jana Tisdale. Ashley Howard is up 2-1 on Sherry Anderson. And in our featured matchup, Team Yoshimura from Japan up 2-1 over Watling, with a couple rocks left to come here in the 4th end. Yoshimura looking to put up a tight guard here. Line looks excellent. Great spot for that guard. Japanese ladies seem happy with that, as it'll force Watling to have to play a run back of some sort. Excellent shot by the Watling skipper. She makes the run back and leaves herself lying one buried on top of the button. Team Yoshimura electing an extremely tough shot here. Draw through a very tight hole. Try to get shot rock right on the side of the button. This is by no means easy, navigating a hole that tight. Well, she found her way through the hole. Now, can they get it there for shot rock? Excellent job finding that hole, but it comes up slightly light, leaving Watling a wide in-turn draw to the forefoot for her 2 points. Little bit of a different path getting out here into the 12-foot for this draw. The ice here in Swift Current has been very consistent. Not too much different in speeds with the different paths, but definitely something they have to be wary of. Excellent shot by the Team Watling skipper. Right to the side of the button for 2 points and to take a 3-2 lead after 4 ends of play. You're watching Curling Stadium live in Swift Current.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome back to all the viewers here. We got us a ball game. 3-2 for Watling over Japan. Speaking of ball games, what a disaster yesterday with the Blue Jays getting up 8-1 over the Seattle Mariners and blowing it. What a disaster for the Toronto Blue Jay Nation as they see their hopes die. Thank you to all the viewers tuning in, and I can encourage you to continue tuning in on Curling Stadium to watch some of the best curlers in the world put on a show for us. Right in your own home, on any device, laptop, phone, computer. We're bringing all the action right to you. Team Ackerman, Skylar Ackerman out of Saskatchewan. And the Koreans, Team Ha, qualified through the A event on the women's side of things. So they have the majority of the day off. Women's quarterfinal action will start tonight at 8:30 p.m. with 8 qualifiers. And you're not going to want to miss that action. Please tune in on Curling Stadium. Live streaming. We have a center guard up, corner guard up. There's sure to be some action this end. Japan looking for a hit and roll behind the red center guard. Excellent attempt. It just rolls a little too far and pops out into the open. Great big thank you to S3 Group here in Swift Current for jumping on board. Not only title sponsor of this event, but title sponsor of the Swift Current Curling Club. Very fortunate to have a big player in the community supporting the local organizations here in Swift Current. It definitely wouldn't be possible without the support that these nonprofit organizations receive from the business community here. So big thank you again to S3 Group and all 6 of their divisions. Looking for a hit and roll behind the center guard here. It's real close. You know, with this directional sweeping, you see that error a lot. You saw Team Japan trying to carve the rock to make it curl, and ultimately ended up curling too much. The sweepers in the game are just so strong, able to do wonders with the broom and joystick the rock down to the other end of the ice. There's a nice little hit and roll from the Watling second. Watling third, I should say. Her first stone. Just a piece left open. Little tickle on the guard there. but they played that with great weight. So even though they had a miss, the shooter gets in the rings. Yoshimura now with the hammer, with 2 corner guards up. Again, next weekend, the Swift Current Curling Club, beginning this Thursday, October 13th, is hosting one of the largest international women's curling events in Canada, with 28 teams from all over the world competing for a $45,000 prize purse. You have Team Tirinzoni playing Team Einerson right now in the Grand Slam. Team Tirinzoni will be here in just a few short days, putting on a show, and we'll have all their games live on this live stream, free of charge for you to tune in and make sure you catch all the action of all your favorite teams. The first ever RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown here in Swift Current, October 13th to 16th. If you're from around the local area, come on down to the curling club. We're going to have our patch set up. It's sure to be a good time. For all my viewers tuning in Japan, please accept this as your invite to fly over the pond and come watch live next weekend in Swift Current. If you do, I'll buy you a beer. Can't quite tell who's second shot between those two. It appears as though yellow is lying 2. So Watling will just try the outturn freeze. Lots of movement on that rock. And she makes that shot perfectly, freezing to the face of the yellow stone. You're from Revelstoke, right? What are you doing in Sapporo? Okay. Okay. Bit of a discussion here. Japan with the hammer, trying to craft some way to score a deuce here if they can. That was a great freeze by Team Watling. Great team shot. Line calling, sweeping, and the throw to put that exactly where they needed it. take this opportunity again to thank Jerry Gertz at Curling Zone and his entire team. Behind the scene production guys, Rory McCusker, James Gordon, John Benton, doing lots of behind the scenes works to make sure that we can bring you high quality production of all the curling right inside curling rinks all across the world. If any of your clubs have any interest in learning more about what Curling Stadium can do for your club and some of the opportunities and possibilities for increased sponsorship, increased revenues, increased major events in your club, please don't hesitate to send an email to Curling Zone to inquire. The Swift Current Curling Club installed this system last year, and it has been nothing but beneficial for our curlers, our organization. I would highly recommend curling clubs do your homework and look into what Curling Stadium can do for you and your curling club. As we're a curling community trying to expand and grow to ensure that curling gets the coverage that it deserves and needs. On the men's side of things, Team Yanagasawa from Japan, coached by Bobby Urso, qualified through the A event. And their quarterfinals don't kick off until Monday, so the boys have the day off. Also qualifying through the A event was Team Steve Laycock. Laycock, a 10-time Brier representative, three times out of British Columbia with Jimmy Cotter, 7 times out of Saskatchewan. Steve has a new revamped team this season with some great geriatric curlers on his team. So they're out here making some noise, and they qualified through the A event. So most teams go golfing on their day off when they qualify A side. Those geriatrics are looking for massage therapists, chiropractors, Advil pharmacies, and buying Rub A535 in bulk. As I tell you what, they're getting up there in age, but them boys can still play. There's a good look at Russ Howard, coach of Team Ashley Howard. And as many of you may know him as a commentator for TSN. But as far as I'm concerned, Russ Howard's got nothing on me, does he? Japan looking for a little bit of a hit and flop here. Opportunity to score 2. Got to get by the guard and make the little flop. Excellent shot by the skipper. She gets the flop she needs to score 2 points and take a 2-point lead after 5 ends of play. You're watching live Curling Stadium action here in Swift Current. And we're back. Kicking off the 6th end. Team Japan leading 4-3 over Team Watling in this B qualifier action. Doing a little bit of scoreboard watching here for all these qualifying games. Team Gamble and St. John are tied at 4 apiece. Team Kleider opened it up with a big 4-ball to go up 7-3 over Jacobson. Team Kelly Knapp up 5-2 over the Koreans, Zhang. Anderson and Howard tied at 2 apiece. The Italians, Team Constantini up 3-2 over China Tisdale. And again, in our featured game, score is 4-3 for Team Yoshimura from Japan over Team Watling out of Manitoba. Skipper calling for the intern draw, top 4 foot. Again, even with a tight guard like we have here, this ice has just been excellent with lots of curl and great speed. You can get your rocks buried behind anything. Slips a little deep with that one, but gets it buried behind that guard. Watling calling for the same shot. Seems like it's a race to get control of the top of that 4 foot. That one slips a little deep as well. Both teams possibly getting caught on a fast spot in the sheet. This is the draw to the button ice, which the teams in the pre-event practices really keen up. Excellent shot by the Japanese ladies. Absolutely gluing it on that red one. Right at the back of the button. But it does leave a little bit of room for Watling to lock one on as well. Another pistol by the second on Team Watling, gluing it to the face, shot rock, and it's going nowhere. Yoshimura possibly wanting to juggle things around a little bit. Needing to change these angles up. And if she can tap everything a foot, I think they'll be real happy. excellent shot and exactly what the plan was. I think if they were able to tap that a few more inches further, they would have great angles on those red rocks. Team Watling with the hammer, deciding to get rid of the center guard. This being the sixth end. Always a great end to score. I think Watling would be happy with one for sure this end. Ideally hoping for a deuce. A little bit too much curl on this one. Over curls the spot they were looking for. Gives Watling an opportunity to juggle things around in the house and hopefully create some better angles for herself. So I think if she slams that on the nose, she'd be real happy. A couple of the yellows would disappear and leave her lying a pile of cherries in the rings with hammer. Appears to be over curling a little bit on her. Not exactly what the intended call was, but not the end of the world. Red line shot rock right on the button. Looking for the freeze, and she does this, does just that. Glues it to the face of that yellow rock. So that yellow at the back of the button never goes anywhere, not even if you used grenade. But Watling hoping to throw a cannon here and spill a few of those yellows. Team Watling third, getting plenty of curl on those hits. A little bit of a discussion here from the Japanese ladies deciding where to put their skipper's first rock. With this being the 6th end, both teams would be very happy if they could score. Freezing just to the face of your yellow or just on the inside might be just perfect. But ultimately, if you could ever tap them a foot, get your yellow that's on the back button just to the back 8 foot. Yoshimura electing to freeze one to the face of their yellow. Just throwing up a guard on that situation in the rings. And I think Japan's quite happy with that. Watling wondering how in the heck are they going to get their deuce with this situation. Watling comes up a little late on that shot. Japan wanting to be very careful not to do something that could potentially give Watling a shot for 2. This situation, I believe Watling would be happy with 1 point. And I think Yoshimura would be happy with forcing them to 1 point, so. Opportunity for everyone to be happy here. Final shot here for Japan without the hammer here in the 6th end of play. Looking to come in and freeze to the inside of that red rock. That's exactly where they wanted to put it. Now does Watling have an opportunity to just shave the red one to the side of the button for their deuce? Need about backline weight and just hit their red paper thin. Team Watling from Manitoba with their last rock here in the 6th end with hammer, with a very skinny tick shot to advance theirs to the side of the button for their 2 points. Oh, does she do it? I think she did. One for sure. And they're going to have a look at it. It's 1 red for sure and a possible measure for 2. I don't have the eye of a Vic Router or a Joan McCusker, but I am going to say it's a yellow, which would make it only 1 point. Viewers at home, what's your guess? Who you going with? Red or yellow here? It is customary that the thirds do the measuring. And it's courtesy that all the other curlers stay out of the house and out of the way while the 2/3 measure the rocks and decide who's closer. So they got the measurement on one. It appears, I don't know what it appears. I believe they're going with yellow closer. 1 for red in the 6th end of the curling stadium live streaming here in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. We'll be back after this short break. Welcome back here, viewers. Seventh end of action with a score of 4-4. Team Watling versus Team Yoshimura. Looking across the sheets, doing some scoreboard watching. Team Jesse St. John with a 7-4 lead over Team Gamble after 6 ends of play. Jason Jacobson clawing his way back against Ryland Kleider. Down 7-5 through 6 ends. Team Italy, Constantini, up 5-3 with Hammer playing the 8th end. Sherry Anderson, the 2-time Canadian and World Senior Women's Champions, with a 3-2 lead over Ashley Howard. Kelly Knapp in the driver's seat, up 6-2 over Team Jung from Korea. And in our featured game, 4-4 after 6 ends of play. I'd like to give a shout out to all the wonderful sponsors and partners of the Swift Current Curling Club. Looking across the sheets, you see the S3 Brand Works, S3 Group, Westland Insurance, Innovation Credit Union, Pluis Automotive Group, Nigel Yard Supplies, Anderson and Company Law Offices, Home Hotels, PTW, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Trinity Biochem, RBC Wealth Management, Curl Sask. The list goes on and on. And our curling club and all curling clubs appreciate the support from sponsors, supporters, and I can assure you, all these curlers do their best to support your company and your businesses. Plenty in action here already in the 7th end. 2 center guards up, 3 yellows buried behind them. Watling finding herself in a bit of trouble here early in the 7th end. That shot was a bit of a disaster. Trying to get to the inside of the nose on that one. She just ticks the outside. Leaves Yoshimura lying 3, all buried and shooting with Hammer. Japanese time for some discussion. Very important end here. Again, I'd like to thank all the viewers in Canada, in Japan, Manitoba, or wherever you're tuning in from. Thank you for tuning in and watching the live stream and watching the curling here in Swift Current. Domo arigato. Merci beaucoup. Japan taking their time to make their decision here. Very crucial end, and this is an important shot. Deciding on whether they want to peel those guards or if they want to stay on the offense and lob another one in there and lie 4 all buried. Japan electing to peel that center guard. If our production team, James Gordon, can get another shot of myself upstairs behind this sheet of ice, I just want to show you how neat this live streaming is and some of the technology advancements. I am sitting behind sheet 1, watching the curling game live, commentating for you guys while you're watching on the comfy of my own couch. It's quite adaptive what they're able to do with this live streaming. And anyone from anywhere can commentate these games. If you're interested in commentating for any game out here on the curling ice, please contact Curling Zone. We would love to have you commentate your favorite teams and hear your thoughts about curling on the live streams. If we get another shot of me up here, you'll see just how easy the commentating is and how fun it can be. Here, up on the couch, laid out, commentating for all you folks at home. This is just excellent, and we want you to do some commentating. Please feel free to email Curling Zone or the Swift Current Curling Club, and we will get you set up right inside your own house, commentating some of these top teams from around the world. How cool is that? Team Watling calling for an outturn freeze to that one in the back of the house. They find themselves in a bit of trouble without Hammer. But a nice shot here could definitely get them out of it. Over curls slightly and just tickles off that top rock. Yoshimura is going to elect to hit it on the nose or roll a little bit onto the inside. So the 4:30 draw will be over to 6:30, right? They only need to prep the inside 4 sheets, so I would say 6:30. Whenever that draw comes off, as soon as the 4:30 draw comes off, on sheets 1 and 6, pick one and practice if they like for half hour. We're not prepping the ice, so you'll just be playing on whatever comes off. But 1 or 6, 6:30. Feel free to have that if you guys want. Don't want to.
Sure. Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, cool.
So about 6:30 then.
Yeah, 6:30 because the draw's at 4:30. So whenever they come off, yeah.
How you doing?
Not good. Not very good.
Here's me feeling bad for you too. Way off.
Team Watling here calling for that same draw. Ideally just chiseling off of theirs and rolling to the top of the button would get them out of a pile of trouble. Looking to get just a little bit of an inside flop. Pretty good shot, but it possibly sets up a double. I think there's enough room if you hair by that center guard. You can double both those reds out. Discussion time again for Team Japan. Me being an armchair quarterback thinks you blast those reds in the crotch, kill them both. Live 4. The danger is that yellow on the back of the button, because one nice shot and freeze to that back one takes away the entire end for Japan. So that's something we'll closely be discussing. We have one final out on the ice. Rylan Kleider picked up the victory over Jason Jacobson. And that qualifies them into the championship round on Monday. Team Constantini from Italy is down to their last shot in the 8th end, up 2 points. They just have to make a wide open rock in the ring disappear to pick up the win in their B qualifier. And she successfully does it. Team Constantini from Italy is qualified through the B event. As they pick up 2 for a 7-3 victory. Back to our featured game. Team Yoshimura have decided what they want to do. This electing for quite a difficult shot. Looking to just pick what they can see of their own rock. Not too bad of a shot, but it does leave red lying 1 on the side of the button. I missed the call here. Team Watling possibly electing to guard their red rock. Looks like they're wanting to come right into the rings, freeze right to the face of their red. Sweepers are on this one early. Pillar to post is what we like to call these ones. Going hard for line. Leaving red still lying shot rock at the back of the button. Plenty of discussion here on this shot again, but very crucial. Watling ideally wanting to force Team Japan to 1 point. Looks like we have another very thin slash run back. Needing to hit a quarter rock here. And that's about all you can see. Hit what you can see, you should make the shot. Sweeper's picking this one up early. She's by the guard. Actually needed to hit that a hair thinner. But it does leave yellow line 1 at the top of the button with hammer, with 1 rock each to come. Congratulations, coach. Team Watling, time for some discussion. We have us another final on sheet 2. Kelly Knapp from Regina picked up the victory over Team Jung from Korea. Coach Brian McCusker will be happy with that win. Congrats to those boys for qualifying to the playoff round. Team Watling looking like they're playing the freeze onto their red one. Can't afford to come up late on this one. That could spell disaster. And she comes up a little short, leaving Japan a 2-foot run back for a mittful and to blow this game wide open. Last rock here to come in the 7th end. Looking to hit this yellow rock just off nose for a score of 4. She just threw this shot, so she should be close. Team Watling with fingers and toes crossed at the hog line. Sweeper's just cleaning it now. Excellent shot by the skipper to pick up a big score of 4 points here in the 7th end. And it looks like that's going to be handshakes. That's a final Team Yoshimura from Japan qualifying through the B event over Team Watling. I'd like to thank all you guys for tuning. Please come back and tune in again and watch all the live stream here on Curling Stadium. My name is Chris Heichert. Thanks again, and we'll chat with you soon.